am feeling so fall today. This eye look, this shirt, this hair, everything about me. Fall! I must say, I'm so glad that chokers have come back in style. Like, this is attached to the shirt, but I just love the way they look. I have a really long neck, so it like breaks up my neck. Yay for chokers! Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to October favorites. I say it every month, but holy cow, October is over. That means the holidays, Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh, my biggest cheat day of the whole year, Thanksgiving, is right around the corner. Per usual, I have a ton of stuff to share with you guys, so let's just hop right in. These are all the products that I loved during the month of October. So let's start out with some nail polish, shall we? It's been a really long time since I've talked to you guys about nail polish, but there's something about fall. I mean, I love nail polish all year long, but something about fall, like it must be those Tumblr Instagram pictures of like people with their scarves and their red nails. Something about fall screams nail polish to me. So these are the three polishes that I have just been loving, loving, loving this past month. So the first one is actually a brand new polish from Essie's current fall line. It's called You Done Know Me. You Done Know Me. And I wore this in a ton of videos. That's how much I loved it. I wore it for like 2 weeks straight, 2 weeks out of the 4 weeks in the month. I wore this polish right here. And what I love about it is it's that minty bluish green, which of course is my favorite, but it has like a dustiness to it, like a muted dustiness to it, which makes it so appropriate for fall. So I love that. The second one is in the color Eternal Optimist. And this, similar to You Done Know Me, has like a dustiness to it. It's almost like a muted pink. And I can honestly say I have nothing, zero things in my collection that look anything like these other than these two polishes. They are very unique, very like one of a kind, and I love it. Did I tell you this is called Eternal Optimist? I don't remember. Anyways, I also love this because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and so it has like the pink factor to it, but it's like fall as well. So two really good ones. And then the last one is one that I have on my nails right now. This is Essie's Angora Cardi. I think this was part of their fall collection last year, or maybe the year before. I'm not too sure, but you can still get it. I'll link everything down below for you. But this I have on right now, and something about this is just fall. Like, this is fall in a bottle. It's like a berry mauvey dustiness to it, like, if that even makes sense. And all three of these have no glitter, no shimmer. They're just like that creme, like creamy formula, and I loved all of them. Next, let's talk about an eyeshadow palette, and by the way, I am giving this palette away in my 20K giveaway, which I will link down below for you, so if you want to get your hands on this palette, make sure you enter that giveaway. But this is the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. I've actually had this for a very long time, but Too Faced just recently restocked it. I thought they were never going to restock it. I was like, oh, it's gone forever, because it is a limited edition palette, but anyways, they restocked it, and what I like most about this palette is look at these colors. They just say fall all over them. Every single color in this palette is fall. Like this peanut butter color, it's actually called Nuts About You. Fall. It's like a deep burnt orange. This peanut brittle color right here is like a metallic-y, look at that, fall. All of these. It's just like the ultimate fall palette, and on top of that you get the great quality of Too Faced. It smells like peanut butter, but it's like not overwhelming. It's just like a kind of slight peanut butter scent to it. I also love that you have this purple in here to kind of give you like that pop of color to add a little bit of flair to your fall eyeshadow looks. And every single time I wear this, every eyeshadow look I've done with this, I get so many compliments from you guys, from people that I see in real life, and it's the best. The only color that I haven't really dug into is this extra creamy right here, which is almost like a white color, and I'm honestly not a huge white eyeshadow fan, so that's why I haven't really dug into it, but the bomb. This is like fall in a palette. While we're talking about palettes and fun stuff like that, this is the next product that I loved this past month. So I actually just uploaded a first impressions like kind of demo tutorial on this, but I filmed that video early October. So I've had this the whole month to love. This is the Tarte, what is this even called? Color Wheel Amazonian Clay Blush Palette. This is for their Holiday 2016 16 collection, and it's sold at Sephora. So here's what it looks like. So you have 10 different blush slash highlighter colors. And at first I was a little bit disappointed at how tiny the pans were. And I will say that's the one negative, like downside of it, is the pans are really small. So when you're getting your like highlighter brush, for example, in there, like you really have to kind of maneuver the brush a little bit to get it in the pan. Same with your blush brush, like, you know, the pans are really small, which is a downside, but I've really been tearing up this side of the palette right here. So the good thing about it, you get 10 different colors. You have these bright kind of corally pinks, and then you have these like dusty kind of mauvey colors, and you guys know I love those colors so much. So today I'm wearing Montage like all over my cheeks, and then I'm wearing, which one was it? I want to say Concept. I'm wearing Focused like back here, so I kind of layered them together. And then the highlighter I'm wearing is Crafty, all right here. I also put a little bit on my elbows, which, or not elbows, what is this called? Shoulders, which you probably can't see because I'm very fair colored. But anyways, yeah, I just love the fact that you have so many different colors to choose from. It's all in this really handy travel friendly palette. The colors are amazing. They blend really well together, and I just love that they're so fall. You can get so many different looks out of it. This is a limited edition palette, and so if you want it, make sure you grab it. But yeah, Tarte, you did it again with your blush palette. Of course I love it, right? Next, let's talk about another product that I'm wearing on my face today. So this is the Urban Decay Liquid Moon Dust Eyeshadow. I don't think I've talked to you guys about these in any other, like, I didn't haul these or anything like that, because I kind of picked them up on a whim. I put them in my drawer and I didn't touch them for like weeks and weeks and weeks. And then one day I was like, I'm gonna pick that up and I'm gonna play with it. I love it so much. I love this product so much that I have 4 more colors. I've gone back and bought 4 more colors. This one is in the color Chemtrail, C-H-E-M, Trail? Chemtrail? I don't know how to say that. But this is probably the one that I've worn the most frequently. I'm wearing it today. So I'm using the Urban Decay Ultimate Naked Basics palette. I always say that wrong. Naked Ultimate Basics palette. And then this I'm wearing all over my lid. And I love this color, first of all. It's like that beigey, kind of like cream color, and I just love it so much. But I love the fact that you can get a glittery eye without the fallout, without the fuss of glitter getting in your eye, like in your actual eye. And let's face it, sometimes glitter's a little bit messy. You gotta use the glitter glue, you gotta wet your brush, you gotta use like the Fix Plus to let it set to your eye. I love the way glitter looks, but it's usually such a hassle to use. This makes it so easy to use. So what I do, I put it back in the box because I'm weird. But what I do is I actually take it and I brush it onto an eyeshadow brush, and then I take the eyeshadow brush and I apply it to my eye. And that's how I found they work best, because if you apply it straight to your eye, it gets really thick and it takes a long time to dry, and then it creases. So the trick is swipe it onto a brush and then apply it to your eye. That's how it works best. But yeah, who doesn't love a little bit of glitter? And why not spice up fall time with a little bit of glitter? This next product, I'm not sure if I talked to you guys about this before in any other video. I know I've used it in tutorials, but if I've talked about it before, I'm talking about it again. So this is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Light. I have 2 colors. I have Fair and Light, and I find that Light works the best for me. I'm actually wearing it today, surprise, surprise. But what I like most about this is it's really, really thick, therefore really, really full coverage. And that works well when I'm using a full coverage foundation. So if I use a full coverage foundation and then I go in with a concealer like the Urban Decay Naked Concealer, for example, that's not as full coverage, so it kind of looks a little bit weird when you're wearing this full coverage face, you know, mask all over, and then you're wearing like not as full coverage into your eyes, if that makes sense. I'm probably not making sense, but I like the fact that it's full coverage, and you can use it to contour with too. So like I'll do it under my eyes, and then I swipe a little bit on my forehead, on my chin, and then I blend it all out. And I just love this product so, so, so much. On top of that, it's huge. Like you get so much in here. There is 0.3 fluid ounces, which I feel like is a lot. And look at this doe foot applicator, like it's humongo, you guys. So I just love it so much. I know a lot of other people like it. I will say it's not completely crease proof, so I do have to set it, otherwise it creases on me. But I have to set everything, so whatever. Next is a product that's brand new to me. This is the IT Cosmetics. Oh, I have makeup all over me, you guys. Literally all over me. It's getting everywhere. The IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Translucent Setting Powder, I think is what it's called. I got this in my Ulta haul, which I'll link down below for you guys, and I kind of bought it on a whim, and I'm so glad I did. So here's what it looks like. It's just a translucent pressed setting powder, but I really like the fact that it doesn't have any flashback, which is great, because you know how sometimes these white powders give you the flashback in pictures and videos? Like, I feel like I'm a little bit pale looking, but I think that's just, I'm just pale. I think that's just how I am. So I like the fact that it's translucent, it doesn't give you flashback, and it's so finely milled, or milled, whatever, that it almost just like goes away. Like, look at that. Like, you can just, it just like vanishes. And when you apply it to your face, it kind of fills in your pores and gives you like that smooth looking effect. And I just love the way it works. So far so good. I used it maybe half of the days in October, and I really, really like it. I will say, I don't think I like it more than the NARS one. I don't know, there's something about that NARS one that I just am obsessed with. But this is a really good alternative if you can't find that one. Last beauty product, and then I have some books to talk to you guys about. So last beauty product is the Bare Minerals Well Rested Concealer. So this is in that same Ulta haul as this right here. I think I also had the peanut butter jelly palette in that haul too, I think. Anyways, who cares? But this is a powder concealer that's a little tiny bit yellow toned. I used it today on top of this Tarte Shape Tape, and look at how bright my under eyes are. Like, it just brightens you up, and like, I got probably 4 hours of sleep last night. Like, I'm just a really terrible sleeper. I toss and turn and everything wakes me up, and I don't sleep well, and I always have the biggest bags under my eyes. Like, I was looking at myself this morning as I was cleaning the bathroom, and I was like, oh my god, like, I look like a zombie, like sunken in, dark circles, like purpliness. You could never tell. Like, looking at myself in the viewfinder right now, like, I look bright and awake and well rested. They named it well. So I really, really do like this. I will say be careful, because it can kind of cake up a little bit, especially when you use it on top of a full coverage concealer like the Shape Tape. So be careful, use it sparingly. You only need the teeniest, tiniest bit, and it really just, it sets your under eyes, it brightens you up, and it just gives you that well-rested look. And I also really like the packaging. So I haven't bought Bare Minerals products in probably like 10 years. And I didn't realize that they had like these built-in sifters on the container now, which is really nice, because then the product doesn't go everywhere. You have to like turn the dial, and that lets the product out. So it's very similar to the Artist Couture highlighters if you have some of those, but I just thought that was a nice touch. Okay, now let's talk about books. I am so excited to talk to you guys about books, because I recently became an Audible affiliate. So if you guys don't know what that means, it's not the same thing as a sponsorship. So sponsorships are where a company will pay you solely to make a video. Good, bad, indifferent. As long as you make a video, they will pay you like a flat rate for that video. So this is not, it's not a sponsorship, it's an affiliateship. Affiliation. That's the right verbiage for it. So basically, I've talked to you guys about Audible for probably a year now. I love Audible. I've always loved Audible. I learned about it here on YouTube from hearing people talk about it, and I've told you guys about it countless times. And I was finally like, you know what? I want to see if there's anything I can do for my subscribers to kind of help them ease into audiobooks, see if they like it. So I reached out to Audible and I said, hey, how can I get a code for a free book? How can I become an affiliate? And they were like, done. And I was like, what, really? So yeah, I'm an affiliate, which means I have a code for you guys where you can get a free book. And then in exchange, I get a little bit of incentive as well. So that's what an affiliation is. It's not a sponsorship, but I am finally an affiliate with Audible, which is really, really exciting. So I'm going to link down below where you can click to get a free audiobook. And if you don't know what Audible is, it's an app that you put on your phone, or you can listen to it online, like through audible.com or like your tablet, and you have audiobooks. So last month I told you guys about 3 different books that I listened to, which is insane, I know. This month I kind of hopped around a little bit, so I only finished 1 complete book, which was called The Thousandth Floor. I didn't realize that this book was so new, like it's a fairly new book. But basically, and I'm looking at my phone in case you keep wondering why I'm looking down, but basically it's a book that's it's a story that's set in the year 2118, so like 100 plus years from now. And it's like a realistic, futuristic setting, if that makes sense. So it's about a 1,000-story tower, which is a little bit unrealistic because it's not even possible. I don't know, maybe in 100 years it's possible. And it's about these teenagers who live either, well, it starts out with teenagers who live on the upper floors, which is the like affluent rich people, you know? And then you have the lower floors, which is like the kind of not so great part of town, and their lives and everything about their lives. And I was hooked instantly. And I think I was really, really hooked on the fact that the author talks about some of those futuristic things. So they have like ear tennas, they call them, and basically like you have built-in like earbuds and you can just like listen to things without having like ear things. And so that was really cool. And contacts that display text on your eyes, so you don't have to have a phone or a tablet, like it just like displays on the contacts in your eyes, which it's like realistic, futuristic, if that makes sense, and like really intriguing and kind of cool. And they have like hovercrafts, and it's really cool. They also have like a makeup machine that just like airbrushes and applies your makeup like that. I'm like, dude, that would be pretty cool. So I think that's what sucked me in initially, was like learning about all these futuristic gadgets and stuff. But then the storylines, there's 8 different storylines, and it's kind of hard to follow at first because you're following 8 different storylines, but they all end up intertwining together. And you learn about this girl, her name is Avery, she's like the main character, and she was genetically created to be the most perfect girl in the world. So she has all of these perfect genes, she's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, and kind of starts out with her, and she lives on the 1000th floor. Anyways, and the book starts out with somebody falling off the roof and dying. Like that's the first sentence, is that. And so the whole time you're reading the book, you're like, who is it? Who's the one who died? And then at the end they tell you, and it's just like, and they leave you on a cliffhanger. So there's definitely going to be a second book, but I highly recommend it. It's kind of a long one, but I blew through it in like a week. So that's impressive. And then the second book that I just started this morning is The Fever Code. So I have been a Maze Runner fan for a while now. I've watched all the movies, I've read all the books, and I've been anticipating this book, The Fever Code, for a while. It was released, I think, at the start of October. And basically it's the prequel to The Maze Runner. There's already a prequel to The Maze Runner, but it was like a way prequel, and there was like a space of time between the prequel and The Maze Runner that was missing, and like storylines where you're still like, what happened? So the author decided to write like a mid-prequel to tell you what happened. So if you read the Maze Runner books, it starts out telling you like how the kids are captured and what they do when they're in Wicked, how they train them, how they get prepared for the maze. So I've only gotten maybe 1/3 of the way done with it. That's how quickly I can get through these books, but so far so good. And then the third book that I kind of hopped around and listened to this month is called Landline by Rainbow Rowell. So I've talked to you guys about Rainbow Rowell months ago when I talked to you about books. This is probably my least favorite Rainbow Rowell book. Like, it's just not capturing my interest, and it's good. So it's about this, it's based on adults, not teens. So it's about this lady and this man who are married and have kids, and their marriage is completely broken, and she works in like this production company where she writes TV show scripts, and she can't leave her job for the holidays, so he ends up going and taking the kids and going to like a different state where his family lives. She stays behind to work, and she finds like this magic phone where she's able to call her husband in the past, like when they met. So it's kind of like time traveling and talk to him like from way back when. And I mean, it's cool, like it's a cool concept, but it's like, I don't know, it's just not capturing my interest as much. So I'm having a hard time finishing that one, but who knows, maybe it'll surprise me. I'm more than halfway done, so I might as well finish it. So yeah, those are the 3 books that I read this month. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know down below which book I should read next this month. I think I want to read, well, I want to finish The Fever Code for sure. And I also have Glass Sword downloaded, but I haven't, like, that was another one that was really hard for me to get into. I loved Red Queen, which is like the prequel, the first one, and then Glass Sword is the sequel, and I'm having a really hard time getting into that one, but I kind of want to finish that one. So yeah, let me know what books do you guys recommend down below. And I think that's about it. This is gonna be like the longest favorites video ever, so thumbs up if you've gotten this far. And yeah, make sure you check out my 20K giveaway. I'm giving away 4 different palettes. I'm giving away the peanut butter jelly palette, the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette, the Urban Decay Smoky palette, and the Morphe 35O palette. So check out that video down below, and that's it. I'm done talking. I'll talk to you guys next time. Mwah!